Welcome back to Sports 360 AZ. I am your host, Cody Cameron, and joining me is newly acquired Detroit Lions defensive tackle, and more importantly, an Arizona high school football alum, Roy Lopez. And now, Roy, it is all about your camp. That is next Saturday, April 5th at Marcos Deniza High School. And I just told you, I can't believe we're in year 4 of the Roy Lopez football camp, man. It's an amazing camp. It's all about the kids. So the platform is yours. Why should a kid sign up for this camp? What are they going to get from it?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is it's a fun day. It's something that you get to experience with. We'll have a few NFL players out there, and get to ask them their journey. Mine as well, being from Arizona, and we know a lot of the same people. We've played at a lot of the same parks growing up, so just being able to share some laughs, share some smiles, and share our stories, and to show that we're just normal people that worked hard and it worked out for us. So just to give back. But the camp's going to be great. We're going to have food, music, drills, have some film session, talk a little bit, and really just give back and have fun. And that's the biggest thing is it's a full circle moment. Year 4 is absolutely insane. It's a complete blessing. My family's excited. We're pumped. We can't wait, man. And to say it's only a week away is awesome.
Yeah, year 4 brings a venue change too. You guys move back, are moving to Marcos Deniza High School, and this is a really special place for you. I mean, you probably grew up in some of your earliest moments is watching your dad coach high school football at Marcos Deniza High School. The athletic director, Lenica Ruiz, I remember talking to Lenica, and she's got stories about babysitting you. You know, those stories we're not going to say on air here, but
Yeah.
stories about that. So, I mean, it's really you're all about family. You're all about family values, and it's really family ties going back home. How special is that for you?
Yeah, it's amazing. Next Saturday is going to be great. It's going to be like you said, full circle moment. I grew up there, and my dad coached there for more than 20 years, and it was something that when I was growing up, those were the best football players in the world to me, right? Like they were everybody I looked up to, and I ran across those. Yesterday we went and spoke at the FCA at Marcos and Isa, and that was my first time being on campus since I was a student there, right? So, and we're driving through the cart, and everybody's like, "That's Lopez, that's Lopez, that's Lopez," right? And so me and my dad just kind of had a moment, like, man, that's right there, that's crazy, because it's a full circle. That used to be my dad. Everybody yelled, Coach Lopez," but to be the one that all those kids look up to now is amazing. It's gonna be definitely emotional. It's gonna be fun, and we're looking forward to it. Both my sisters graduated from there, and it's gonna be awesome to when we announced it was gonna be at Marcos Deniza. A lot of players reached out from Marcos that played for my dad or played after my dad that went there and they want to help. They're going to come out. They're going to bring their kids. They're going to bring all the kids they know, and so that's what I'm excited for, to see a lot of old faces and everybody that knows me as Jacob around there, and Champ and Tank and all these nicknames that I had as a child, and to be a full circle moment is going to be amazing.
Yeah, and that's a perfect segue because there are so many kids in the state of Arizona that look up to you, that look up to the Brock Purdy's of the world, right? Guys that are like, hey, you guys made it, right? I mean, and especially your story and your background, it wasn't like you had 30, 40 Division I offers to choose from. And it was all about the fit. It was all about the work ethic and grinding every single day and going to previous camps. You do a great job of talking about that. But that question always remains, especially with parents, I think, too, when you look at these high school classes and then dip down into the eighth grade and seventh grade is what can my kids do next? Or what can they accomplish to, not, I'm not saying make it to the league, but be the best football player and best role model that they can do. What advice would you give to those young athletes and parents?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is to never compare your journey, never compare your race to somebody else. Run your race, and the biggest thing that my family relays to me at a young age, and to this day, they still text me throughout the off season, during season, game day. Outwork them all. Outwork everybody. Right. If that's something that I was able to hang my hat on in high school, college, and now in the NFL, when I line up, I truly believe that I worked harder than you. And all that does is give you an opportunity, right? And so, the biggest thing for me was, I went to New Mexico State. I didn't know that school before I got offered, right? Like, and I just always felt like I was a great football player, and may not have got the big Power 5 offers coming out of high school. And like you have to tell yourself, like, stop looking at everybody else. Like just run your race and lock in and work. And I tell people you got thousands and millions of goals to reach before you can reach your dream, right? And so the biggest thing is for me was I wanted to win state in wrestling. I wanted to win all state for football, offense and defensive line. I wanted to get a scholarship. I wanted to start in college. I wanted to win all conference, right? I wanted all those things, and those were my goals I set out for myself. And the dream was obviously to play in the NFL, but I understood that every day I had to show up to work to get those goals done, to eventually lead to where I'm at. But the biggest thing, for a high school kid is to work and don't get tired. Keep going. Like that's the biggest thing. And play multiple sports. If you can wrestle, wrestle. Changed my life, right? So you can't get tired. That's the biggest thing. In high school, I was working out 3, 4 times a day. I'm not saying do that, but definitely to tap into a different mindset of you got to mature fast, especially at this level of sports that it's going to. So
Yeah, the Roy Lopez camp, April 5th, Marcos Deniza High School, Arizona high school alum, and Detroit Lions defensive lineman. Roy, always a pleasure, man. Thanks for joining me.